Huh.
Oh, yeah, no.
See what I'm doing right or wrong.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know. Let's see. Yes, we're here. Okay, good. This whole time it says duplicate screen key, select new key before going live. Okay, let's check in with Heather, everybody. I thought that we were live this whole time. Hey, friend, are we not live? All right, I'm going to ask the audience one more time. Audience, we can see and hear you, says Barbara. Okay, the home monitor is saying that that's not the case. I'm going to keep talking. Let's just do a call and shout out. Can you type the word blue? If you can see the word blue, type it in the screen. Let's just try it. You're now live, says Carol Hodges. That's fantastic. We thought that we were live for the past 6 minutes, everybody. So that's fantastic. Let's see the word live or the word blue. If you type that, we can get it. And I'll wait for Heather to respond to see if she is there. All good. We can see and hear you now, says Dee. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Craft Hour. Let's get started one more time. Shannon and I thought we were live for 6 minutes. So we've had a great conversation without each of you. Look at all those blues coming out. Fantastic. YouTube can scare you to death sometimes. Welcome to the Craft Hour. I've missed you all. Jeff Lindbergh, your host. I've been away vacationing, renovating the house. I have no idea how we're even doing this broadcast because this house is chaotic. We have our friend Channin Pelletier from Phoenix, Arizona, joining us live as one of our designers. And we're glad to be catching up with each of you. Don't forget to share with everybody that you're watching live. It would mean the world to me. And we have a moderator in the sky today. Heather Hoffman joins us. Heather, if you can check in with me on the Skype channel and our private producer chat, I would appreciate it just to have a little more confidence about what is going on. Channin, hey, welcome back to the Craft Hour. Your second time with us. How are you doing? You having a good morning?
I'm good. I'm very excited to be here. So much fun.
Yeah, you had to do this, but be in mom mode too. Did breakfast get served on time?
Yes, I'm a master of cereal.
You laid it out and said, Mommy's got to get to the craft room and say hi to everybody, which is awesome. So today we're going to be playing with a card that you introduced to people on your socials yesterday, an unbelievable array of color. And we were talking about color and intimidation. So when you think about processes, what is the most intimidating process when it comes to your style? Do you get afraid of any particular type of card making?
I'm still very afraid of coloring, especially watercoloring. That still makes me very nervous. And I'll still give it a go and give it a try. I'm not as good as I wish I was, but sure. I always find that intimidating. And of course, picking color combos is another one that I enjoy doing, but I don't always get it right the first go.
Me too. And I was joking with you earlier that it is for Pinterest and Instagram accounts that have color blocks on them. That is one of those things that is awesome, right? Because it helps you feel just a little more confident.
Yes, I go to Pinterest a lot and I'll type in muted rainbow combos. Yeah, always trying to see what they give me.
Awesome. Well, today we are making a fantastic card that, like I said, you introduced. Will you show everybody? Will you hold it up? Is it near you? I didn't ask to see if it was near you.
Yes, I can grab it. This is what we're making today. A fun kind of rainbow stripey card.
It's one of those cards that is perfect for the Craft Hour because, as you all know, we're here to chat, connect with you. Because remember, here at Pink Fresh Studio, we love to create and connect. And this is about meeting the designers just as much as making. So what I love is that this is one of those achievable cards. It's a balance of great imagery, but also super easy to make. It also is a compliment to another card that you made for another company. So be sure to check out her Instagram account and see it. But I thought it was great for inspiration today. So glad that you're here. So it looks like Heather is messaging through Skype, but it's not coming through. So that's probably why I'm not seeing it. If you all can see me, then we don't have to have our private channel. But I just don't know why our little Skype account isn't helping. A little behind the scenes secret is that Heather, as well as Leah, talk to me in a private channel so that we can keep the show moving, and we use a different account for that. The point is we just need you to see us here on this one. All right, so if you want to, my friend, why don't you head down to your desktop and we'll get started on today's card. I'll reintroduce ourselves to the audience. Everybody, I'm just so glad that you're here. Welcome to the Craft Hour. We're here every Saturday, typically every other Saturday, but we've been taking some summer breaks, and that's fine. We love that too. We want to make sure that we are always available to you. You can watch replays on our Pink Fresh Studio channel, and you can check out Shannon's other show where she was with us, and we had a good time right at the start of the pandemic, and she's back to join us now. And don't forget that we love for you to share that you're watching the show, so be sure to catch up on your favorite social channels, take a picture of you watching the show, and also know that we love to engage. So here's how you engage. If you're here for Channin, make sure that you write that in the comments. If you're brand new to the Pink Fresh Studio Hour, make sure you do that as well by putting it in the comments. And of course, any questions you have, we'll be sure to connect with you. All right, so it looks like we are ready to head back down to the desk. Channin, what do we need for today's project?
So since we're doing stripes, we're going to use this awesome stripey die. This is the Slim Stripes die.
Great.
This is a great one because it has different size stripes. We're going to be using the middle sized one.
Okay. Awesome. So we have this one. I'll pull out the middle one. Gives a nice little thinner, looks like about an inch maybe. Is that about right?
Yeah.
In stripes,
probably like quarter
okay.
inch stripes.
Quarter inches. Got them. Got that pulled out. What else do we need today?
And I have pre-cut just for ease of inking 6. Well, I thought I had 6. I don't know where the other one is. 5 right now, sections of paper. These are just 2 inches by 5.5. They don't have to be this long, but this is just to make sure we have enough length to do a cool diagonal stripe on our card front.
Perfect. I agree. Okay. And then we decided to go a rainbow connection there. We've got an array of colors. What do we got there, my friend, from a color perspective?
Adjust my camera one more time here. I have a 6-color rainbow. We have sparkling rose, passion fruit, mustard seed, grassy knoll, summer shower, and lavender. What fun, really bright rainbow.
A perfect rainbow order, right? And talk about color confidence. That's one of those things that helps you think to yourself, well, it doesn't have to be so hard if I keep things in rainbow order, which is awesome. All right, my friend. So we are also going to introduce those beautiful butterflies, and we're going to foil just a little bit later. We're going to the thrill of foiling live on camera, but we're feeling brave and we're totally going to do it. You feeling like you can do it? You feeling confident? I'm feeling confident that I can do it.
Yeah, I can do it.
It's the pep talk, at least, that I'm giving myself. That's what I'm doing.
I'm sure you can do it, Jeff.
All right, so we've got those pulls, so we need the dies. You see I have some pre-cut just in case I need to host the show instead, but we will have everything. Kelly Roth, I love that you have everything. Trudy, welcome. Glad that you're here. Carissa is super excited about those small butterflies. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on my Glimmer hot foil machine so it's baking over here on the side when we go to that just a little bit later. But I bet we are inking first. Is that right?
We are. We're going to start making our background first. I'm going to put my colors back in kind of that rainbow order and off to the side. And I have a piece of scratch paper. Now you could use colored cardstock today, but we are actually going to add color to our white cardstock with our inks. This is a great way to add color to pre-die cut panels. And we're going to do it a little bit differently today. We're going to actually ink up the paper first and then die cut it. But of course, you could use scraps of colored cardstock if you prefer.
Great. All right. Is that old metric printer paper?
Yeah, so my husband brought this home for the girls to like color on, and it's from his work. And I use it sometimes for as a backdrop or a scrap paper. It's handy because it's so big.
I love it. That's fantastic. Well, again, I hope everything's going well on the stream. I hope that there's no errors and y'all are all seeing it. The show looks like it's coming along on my little YouTube feed, so I'm hoping that you're seeing it. If not, Heather, I did get your iPhone message, so it looks like we're good. And I'm going to use a scrap piece of paper from our friend at Spellbinders because we're using the I think you do. I think you've said that you use the Spellbinders systems as well. Is that true?
I do. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. We love our friends at Spellbinders, so I'm going to use one of their scrap pieces for mine. All right, my friend, I've got my strip. The camera may be deceiving me a little bit. Your strips look bigger, but you were just telling us, Jeff, it doesn't matter. That's not what this is about. This is just about having a larger section to cut from, right?
Yes, my strips are a little bit longer just because it was easier to make this size. That's what I kind of had pre-cut ready to go.
Perfect. We started with our friend Sparkling Rose.
Sure, we can start with that guy.
Okay, great. So show us the technique. Is it super easy?
Whoops. It's very easy. You can even drop your ink pad right on top. It'll be fine. I'm just going to swipe directly with my ink pad over my paper to add color to kind of color that cardstock.
Okay. So it comes across as like a milky base at first with some texture to it, but we're just going to start like a coloring crayon. We're going to just fill it in.
Yep. Just keep going over it. You can kind of add more, angle it a little bit and get just kind of the tip of it if you're missing some areas. But that looks good.
Great. Everybody, I hope that you're enjoying creating and connecting. As you can see, Channin from Phoenix is with us. You follow her and connect with her, and so many of you are here to see her today. So we're so glad to have Channin join us. We'll talk more about where you can find Channin as well as some of her future projects in a little while. Look at that bright, bold color. That's fantastic. So again, that's Sparkling Rose.
Yes, it's so pretty. When you ink them up, I think you really get a really saturated, rich color. Now it'll even out a little bit. If it looks a little uneven, that'll even out as it starts to dry. The ink will all even out. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my die. I guess we could ink them up first. Let's just ink them up first.
Let's get in our inking hands going. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, we're headed over to passion fruit, everybody. We're going in rainbow order, as our friend Laura Fedora likes us to do. I will not sing, although she has got that melody down pat now in all of her videos, right? So passion fruit, when it is heavily applied instead of blended, definitely comes as it looks a lot hevier, right? It looks like
it looks very red.
More apple red, yeah.
But it will tone down a little bit as it starts to kind of spread and dry.
And don't we love that about Pink Fresh products is that the bleed into the paper is slow, but it leaves a lot to be desired because it almost does the work itself. It feels like it finds its spots that needs just a little bit more saturation, and it almost catches up to itself as it dries, right?
It evens out so nicely.
Yeah.
So there's that guy.
Great. Yeah, that comes across as a strong red. I love that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It'll be more kind of corally as it starts to dry a little bit.
Love it. So that moved us into sweet mustard, I want to say, right?
Yes, sweet mustard.
Next up is sweet mustard. Hope everybody is enjoying their summer, staying safe, getting back to a little bit of normal out there. Channin, how are things out in Phoenix right now? You are so sweltering hot, I hear. Is this true?
We are, except for the last 2 days have been rainy. So it's been really humid, which I don't like. I prefer the dry heat, but it has been really fun to have kind of that sound, and we just don't get rain very often here. So it is we were enjoying it a lot.
Got it. Now, are you a Phoenix girl by heart, or did love and life bring you there? Did career bring you there? What brought you to Phoenix?
I'm a born and raised Arizonian. I was born and raised here.
Great. In our last episode, we talked that one of the first times we met was at Creativation, which seems so long ago now. And I was semi-jealous that you got to go home every night to your family.
That is the really nice thing about being in, having it in your wherever you live. That was really nice because I wasn't away from my girls. But I think it's not going to be in Arizona anymore. I think it's going to be, Florida, Orlando, right?
Yeah. I've got to get used to it now on my end because supposedly it's coming this way. It'll be very interesting to see what companies join the new process, and where, if we have to hold a little bit of a candle for all of the companies that we love, it doesn't depend on how big or large they are. Committing to a trade show on a different coast is a big deal, right? And so it'll be one of those interesting things to see what companies can join Orlando. I'll be ready for you all. Don't be those people that hit me up for a bunch of park tickets, but I would love to say hi and have cocktails with whomever's in town, which will be fantastic. All right, are we ready to move over to a little blue hue, a summer shower?
Yes.
And thanks to the 2 days in Phoenix, so that we just had. We just went on vacation, and we typically do a European trip while Dan is on his summer break. And we typically go to some fantastic new city that we've never been to. This time we didn't because, of course, travel restrictions. So we decided to do a domestic tour. So we did Seattle as a new city, Salt Lake City as a new city, and we did Chicago as a return city that we've been to. So if you're from Seattle, Salt Lake City, or Chicago, thanks for hosting us. I hope that I contributed to your tourism dollars. Let me come back on camera and say hi to y'all for just a second. Had a great time. I hope that you followed along and saw that we had adventures over at Concord and 9th with our friend Greg, which was fantastic. You can see those adventures on my Instagram. And then, of course, I wish I could pit stop at our headquarters for Pink Fresh Studio in Texas, but that was not. Maybe next time. That'll be on our next trip. And then we went to Salt Lake City. We went to Chicago, which, you guys, I think we're all discovering when you take your masks off, except in transportation. Of course, I followed the rules in the airport. You can get colds again. Colds and stomach flus come back to our life. So I got a little cold for Chicago. So that's the reason why you guys didn't see me post a lot in Chicago, because I wasn't feeling horrible, but I certainly wasn't feeling fantastic either. Shannon, I don't know what it's like in Phoenix. I'm actually going to try to get a different size for the screen because I'm afraid it's not big enough. I mean, for this lavender, so stand by.
Oh, okay.
But you don't go to Chicago and just think you're going to rock up to any dinner reservation. You have to have a little preparedness if you're going to show up to a Chicago restaurant. Anybody from Chicago in the audience? You guys have fantastic restaurants, but everybody wants to go to them, especially after lockdown. So it was not easy to score reservations. So we ended up having great meals. I don't think you can really have a bad meal in Chicago, but it wasn't as easy. And I certainly was not prepared, which was silly of me. So, but it was a good time. Shannon, look at that rainbow order. Look at that.
Yeah, it looks so pretty, doesn't it? I love it.
Fantastic. All right, so let me show off my rainbow order. Make sure that we see it. Remember Shannon saying that you don't have to size them. We're only just helping ourselves, if you will, for when we cut these down in slimline. And don't forget that Pink Fresh has an awesome A2 size of what we're about to do. I did not have that A2 here in the studio, so I needed an alternative. So Shannon, just really quick, show that Pink Fresh Studio product off that you could use that you thought made it super simple at first.
Let me see where I put it. So the product I used was why I went with inking my cardstock versus cutting out strips of colored cardstock, because the dye, here it is, I found it. The dye is super awesome. It dyed, so the easiest way to get, different colored stripes with this die is to die cut an A2 panel out of white cardstock and then ink individual stripes. That's easier than trying to die cut this out of, I don't know, let's say if I wanted to do 6 colors like I did here, I would have to die cut this panel out of 6 A2 panels of cardstock to get to do that. So that's kind of a lot of work. So the easier way would be to die cut this and then ink the stripes individually. And it actually goes really fast.
That's fantastic. And I just want to say thank you to the 2 people that have already thumbs down this video. That's very sweet of you. Mary to each of you as well. Thank you so much for that kind thumbs down. We haven't had more fun. So thank you to the 110 other people who are having a great time with Channin and myself. We love having you as well. Tell lots of people to join us. And if you're watching on replay, comment along, leave your comments and let us know that you're having fun. And yeah, so Julie, Garrett's popcorn, of course, we had to hold on Portillo's. Do you know why? Because Orlando just got a Portillo's. Do you have Portillo's, Channin? Do you know what the hype is? It's a big deal to people from Chicago. Oh, you do? So we have them?
One here in Mesa, and they're delicious. Yes, we actually just ate there last week.
Okay, got it. So we're super excited. We can't wait to experience it, but we're going to experience it here in Orlando. All right, let's get back to work, Soldier. Are we going to die cut now?
Yeah, let's move on to the die.
Okay. Any tips here that you want me to think about?
No, not really. You can just kind of center it. I don't think this will die cut 4 strips. I think that's going to be more than enough. Obviously, we made it a little thick, but that just makes it easier to die cut through the panel. So you just kind of center it up and run it through.
All right. Very exciting time for everybody to hear the grind of a machine. Hang tight, everybody, but we're gonna have some fun with some strips. Another Laura Fedora. We always bring in a little Laura Fedora comment. She likes to strip it up, so we are stripping it up.
There you go.
All right, there's our sparkling rose. Moving on to passion fruit.
My die cutting machine is very squeaky.
And I take it for our edges, it doesn't matter as long as we have a nice strip, right?
Yes.
Great. There is passion fruit. Great. Moving over to sweet mustard. Channin, what is your machine of choice? What do you use?
I'm using my Spellbinders Platinum.
Okay.
I don't have a Gemini.
Okay.
This guy works great.
I am a Vagabond guy.
Oh, Vagabond?
And I also have a Gemini as well as a Spellbinders machine, but I didn't want to have to hand crank on the show today.
I get it. I'm back and forth whether I want one or not, because I don't like having to do my sandwich upside down. That is too confusing for my poor little brain.
Yes. And Channin and I are going to talk about that actually, my friends, and how to build just a little bit of confidence when it comes to your foiling sandwich, and a tip that one of my former guests, Betty, showed us as well. So we'll talk about that when we get over to foiling our butterflies. We just got our grassy knoll. At least that's where I am.
I just got there.
Okay. Strips of color are so much fun. They provide
really
endless opportunities, right?
You can never go wrong, I think, with strips of color.
Wendy, I'm glad that you're eating your lunch. Carissa reminds us you don't have to do it upside down. She's talked about that on one of her shows, and on one of the shows that Carissa was with, she explained that she has a video out about it. So be sure to check out Carissa's video. Carissa will send people your way so you don't have to do that, and we'll learn from you, as we always do. All right, on our lavender. Keep going. Don't forget, if you have questions for Channin or myself, be sure to write a letter Q and just ask that question and we'll get it answered for you. Right. All right, Heather, you're back on the Skype line. If you want to check in with me on Skype, I would appreciate it. Just to build my confidence on that, that would be great. All right, so we've got lots of strips. They're going to be fitting on an A2 size, but I didn't pre-do an A2 base. What would you like me to do for my base here?
You should, yeah, go ahead and get a A2 panel ready to go, just a piece of white cardstock. It can even be a scrap if you have one that's got stuff on it. That's okay, because we're going to go completely over it.
Okay.
I think I have a scrap here I can use, actually.
Got that A2 ready to go and those strips ready to go. And that hot foil is nice and toasty over here, so we'll be able to do that in just a little bit. Robin is looking for the name of the strip die. Of course, our amazing moderator in the sky, Heather, will take care of that for you. And while we're at it, friends, don't forget that just like anything when it comes to sales, we've got a sale coming in line. And on top of that, the sale right now has a great retirement special going on. And it was like something like 50 to 75% over some items that are going to be discontinued or no longer part of our collection because they did so well. So be sure to check out pinkfreshstudio.com for details about an amazing release. A retirement release that we have. You can check out more, and all of our socials have the details about it as well, which is great. So yeah, grab them before they go because they're perfectly priced and they're really great products, which is awesome. All right, center us back to the project, Miss Channin. We've got our A2, so we've got some strips.
Now we get to do the fun part.
Okay.
And we get to start making our rainbows. You can just pick any color to start with. It doesn't really matter. You're going to just to figure out, how you want your angle to go. I'm going to do something like this. It could be more exaggerated, even less. It's totally up to you. You want to be mindful though, because Jeff, your strips are a little bit shorter that they can almost go, you might not want to be so exaggerated because it takes more length, obviously, to cover your panel.
Yep.
Luckily, we have some, with this design, we get a little bit of a break because we'll have a little angled panel that will cover up any place that didn't get all the way across. But
perfect.
And I'm just going to add.
Do I do my tape runner first?
I'm going to do liquid glue. You could go ahead and apply lots of tape over the surface. That would work too. I'll do the tape runner too.
Okay.
Let me grab mine.
All right, I'm using a little Gina K. And we are going to be all set. So the theory here is as long as we stick with rainbow order, for instance, it looks like you're starting with passion fruit. It's how you end up putting them next to each other that is the big deal. Got it. Let me switch you guys back to gallery view. No, you start with whatever you feel comfortable with, my friend. I just wanted to tell everybody that it doesn't matter where you start as long as they touch each other the right way.
Mm-hmm. And now we're just going to do this is my favorite part.
That's right. It really does make everybody feel like they are a card maker and builds confidence where you may not have it when it comes to making a completed card project. Sometimes that can get really frustrating and discouraging. So, and just so the Roy G. Biv doesn't have to be sung in my head every time, use those stamp lay out your stamps right in front of you. You can see the order that you need to go in. Channin, any amazing, besides Portillo, any amazing meals that you've had, cocktails, pop culture, anything that you and the fam are just head over heels in love with right now as you rock out your summer in Phoenix?
Well, we did just after we got vaccinated and we started to feel comfortable, we did go. So if you kind of watched some of my lives before, you might know that we kind of like tiki, and
Ooh, how
there's
fantastic.
Yeah, so there's a tiki convention that happened. It first started happening in San Diego, and then they started just before the pandemic, they started an additional one in Phoenix. And we went to it. It was so much fun, and we were so excited to go. And then, of course, pandemic happened, and we didn't feel comfortable. And I actually think they closed it then too. But this year we got to go, and it was really fun. We did very minimal. We just went out to the open market, did some shopping, but it was still really fun to put on, because I have, when I do things all the way. And
Okay.
so I have a whole vintage caftan, and I bought some records. So that's something that
that's
my whole
fantastic.
family likes to do. Yeah.
And so the girls got into it as well over the years.
They kind of, they like to play along with us. So they like to dress up, and it's not super really a kids event, but we kind of do it in a way that we can, include them.
Yeah.
Because they know, thanks to Disney, they're exposed to some tiki, because we love the tiki room, and, we're a big Disney family too.
Oh, well, my pension and I thank you for that, which is fantastic. We love hosting our fans. And you're right, tiki is not just about drinks, my friends. If you haven't explored artwork, Hawaiian-based culture, musical influences, sounds, confidence, and colors, it is a fantastic culture and so relaxing in a lot of ways. Would you agree, my friend?
Yes, it's definitely that escapism kind of outlet, and we really enjoy it. I mean, I love going to Hawaii too, so it's kind of ways to reminisce about our trips, and it's just we've just embraced it as a family. We have a lot of fun.
That's great. Everybody, you're watching the Craft Hour. We're here most Saturdays. We have an on and off schedule that we share with Leah as well as Heather, and their fantastic shows during the week. And they're very generous, and they let me have a wacky schedule right now because of home renovations, which is something else that's going on. Channin, we redid our master bath. I'm sorry, our primary bath. I need to change my nomenclature there. And then we also are now doing our kitchen. And living without a kitchen on the second floor after weeks and weeks in hotel rooms, 12 days in hotel rooms, it can be a little hard,
Yeah.
So everybody appreciate your kitchens while you have them. And, yeah, but it's fun, and also quite the challenge. Anybody else out there doing a reno right now? Reno is really big. It's actually made it kind of hard to get a lot of supplies.
I would love to renovate, but I don't think we're ready yet.
Sure. Well, you and the Hubs chose childhood. Dan and I don't have that, so I have full reverence for what you've got to focus on right now.
We're focusing on school. School's going to be very soon approaching, and I'm excited, but also nervous again to send them off.
Sure. We all kind of learned a different way of life, whether it was working from home, whether it was having your kiddos near you for immediate needs and family time, getting the ability to get out of town when you needed to, whatever it was. We're all having to readjust, right?
Yeah, I will miss them terribly, but I will not miss at all doing homeschool, which I do. I'm very glad I'm done with.
Right? Yuck.
It was a lot of work.
I'll come back on camera for just a second. Uh, can we just give a quick shout out to all the educators out there who we just kind of asked for our educators to do a lot and do it with technology in really weird ways. And so if you're an educator out there, it's like my amazing partner who made it work and was a music teacher on top of it, trying to
Wow.
teach music virtually was quite difficult. So if you're an educator, hey, we didn't just suddenly forget about what y'all just went through. So as you head into the next year, just know that there's a lot of people who remember that teachers are underappreciated and need a little bit more value and appreciation. Hey, I just turned the camera off. See, I'm out of practice, everybody. All right, let's get you back to my desktop so that I can. Shannon, I'm in that area where I'm like, oh, I almost don't have enough. So forgive me as I work backwards real quick and see if I can.
So I'm kind of there too. I used up all my strips, but since mine are so long, I mean, probably would be okay. You could even grab, you could really quick. Here's a mock corner that I made.
Yep.
Like a mock panel. So I do need a little bit more over here. My
I see what you're
lower
saying.
right.
So how do I make that? How do I make that mock panel? Will you teach me how to do that really quick?
So you just need an A2 panel, white cardstock. This is where you want to use a nice piece.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab my ruler.
There's rulers involved. I'm panicking already. Okay.
Oh, no, don't panic. We're not going to cut on this. We will use a trimmer, but we're just going to use this to kind of figure out where we want our angle to be. I don't like to go right down the middle. That's a little boring to me. I like to kind of go like this. So this is probably about a little bit more than ½ inch at the top. And I don't know what this is down here. Maybe 3, 2.5, somewhere around there at the bottom. I'm just eyeballing it.
Okay,
I can even measure one.
Let me get you just on camera for just a second. Take you out. I think I have to remove my pen. That's why. Okay. And now let's go to speaker view. Okay, teach us one more time. So you like a little bit of a nice corner. So
so I don't like to go straight down the middle like this. You totally could. To me, that's just a little expected. I like to change it up a little bit. And so I'm going to do about maybe 3/4 of an inch over here to about 2.5, 3 inches down here. That's kind of how I'm angling that, if that makes sense.
Sure. No, I'm tracking with what you're saying. Gives a little excitement. You're right.
And then I will draw my line. Once I get it kind of where I want it, something like that.
All right. So 15 minutes and we have not hot foiled yet. Just putting that out in the universe.
We'll get there. This is the bulk of the card here, making this background.
And my little yellow line, I've got to get rid of just a little bit more. My pencil line, I was a little too bold. So let me fix that really quick.
Yeah, and I'll grab my paper trimmer and cut mine too while I'm at it. And I like to cut just past the pencil line so I don't even have to mess around with erasing.
Let's hope that did it, everybody. Let's get rid of that. And Channin was inviting us to, I guess what y'all need to see is my camera view too. That would help. All right, moving back to gallery. And we will remove. All right. So as you can see, Channin was saying, don't worry about space. Do you see how I didn't really end up needing that space? So I was panicking when I didn't need to, because when you cover that back up. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cheat a yellow and I'm going to cheat a green, which I have plenty of. Fantastic. All right,
yeah, you can use your scraps. So now we're going to flip it over. Yep, you can do it that way. I'm just going to use my scissors and just line my scissors up with the edge. Cut off all that overhang.
Feels scary and dramatic at the same time.
So good though. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love this part. Stripes are the best.
Laura has made a career of it. I wonder if Laura's here. Got a Lori and a Linda.
Laura's the best. She is the queen. She
She's
is
with that adorable new dog, Hank.
Oh yes, I saw her puppy.
All right. I need to
Oh
find
my
a
gosh,
blue.
I love it.
So cute. All right, I gotta just get my missing blue.
I have to finish mine too. I ran out as well. I need to get this corner for
I'm
sure.
Sorry. I messed up. It's yellow into green, everybody. Yellow into green. Tape runner, though. We were able to get it. All right, so.
I just used a little bit of liquid glue because I ran out of tape.
We need yellow. All right, from a moderation standpoint, I hope y'all are enjoying your time with Heather as a host. I'm not doing a really good job talking to you all, but I hope you're having a blast. But we're down to serious business, people. We're cutting.
Well, once we're done with this, it's much, we're basically done. I'm gonna go all the way to the end here with mine because I want to see it all the way done.
Okay, so there we go.
Little corner.
Now, do we give dimension to this panel or no? Because our butterflies are where the magic is.
Yes, we are going to lift that up. So you can go ahead and add foam adhesive to the back side of that as well.
Okay, so this ledge, this half side we're going to do. I'm going to make sure that my platform says ready. Plug that in. I'm going to put dimensional tape on the back of this. How's everybody doing in the chat? Are we good? Kelly, I agree. Serious business. We got going on here. Visual's good too. A lot of rainbows in the chat, which is great. D, I heard something exciting about something that you said yes to, that a secret project that I'm going to be involved in too. And then I was jealous that you said yes to them before you said yes to coming on my show, which is fine. Fine. It's totally fine. I have friends like Shannon who'll be on the show, but that's fine. We get to do something together, D. I just got the phone call yesterday, which is great. We'll tell you more about it when we can. All right, so we're going to lift this guy up, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Lost my other scissors.
It's because you're live. If you weren't live, you would not have lost anything. It would have been right there.
I'm pretty good at losing things no matter what.
Shannon, how old are your girls? Tell us.
My girls are 6 and 8.
Oh, that seems like fun ages, right before heavy hormones.
They're the best. I love them tremendously. And they are so much fun. They like to craft too and play games. We were just having a lot of fun.
Awesome. All right, we're dimensionalizing. We're Laura Fedorizing our little panel here, and then we'll be right back with you, everybody. Look at Shannon. She's already like all set to go. All right, I'm peeling off back panels, everybody. Let's see, what is the convention coming to Florida? I'm in the Tampa area. So Sue, first of all, love that you're a Florida resident. Hi, fellow Floridian. We are talking about Creativation, which is formerly known as CFH. Yeah, it's a company trade show that corporations come to. Oh, am I applying this, my love? Am I doing this?
Yep, you can go ahead and add it right now. Now is a good time.
So it's a little bigger then just a little bit. Do I butt it up to the bottom and worry about the top? What's your secret there?
It's bigger lengthwise.
Yeah, she's just a little taller than she needs to be.
You can either center it or you can butt up to the bottom and try to trim it off later. I don't think mine's a little off too, but I don't think anybody's really going to notice.
You're right. I think I'm going to be fine. Okay. Okay. Margaret is loving this fun card. I'm loving this fun card too. It does look like that that gum from our kiddo days. I forgot that.
It does. What is it? Juicy fruit? Is that what it's called?
Nope. Juicy fruit didn't come.
No, not juice. That's the yellow one, huh?
Yeah. Come on, everybody in the comments.
Zebra one. It's the zebra stripe one.
All right, Hive Mind. Let us know as we continue. All right, what's up next, my friend? We've got about 8 to 10 minutes before people are going to get out of here for us. My platform says it's not ready again, but I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on. The good news is I have butterflies already if we have to. Okay. I'm
going to foil some butterflies. That's going to be the last thing pretty much. I'll get mine going. I've got my platform ready. I'm going to get out the hot plate.
Okay.
We're using the small butterflies. Can't open it.
Bubble. People, fruit strips, I think. Fruit stripe gum. Yes, that is absolutely correct. Oh,
Michelle got it. Yes.
Isn't your tongue just electrifying right now? Just remembering what that tastes like. That and I'm sorry, not grapefruit gum. Gatorade gum. My goodness, make your mouth water.
My platform is not ready. I turned it on too early, I think. I'm in the same boat as you.
Yeah. So folks, we might for time cut our challenge to each other to do this live on camera, but let's try. I'll go ahead and come back on camera as I'm waiting for my foiling system to update.
Some of my finished butterflies. Hopefully I have enough. I got to figure out where they are.
That's okay. Everybody, I hope that you're watching with a lot of love and fun and enjoying the craft hour. We've been back and forth over the summer, and I know you've missed me greatly. I know. I missed you too. And we're back for this show. I will pull up my next show. My next show is on the 14th. So I'm going to see you all on August 14th. And we're super excited to announce that Jessica Frost Ballas will be with us as our next guest. She's never been on the show. I'm a huge fan of hers. She's got a fun personality. And so, yeah, I can't wait for you all to see the show. I'll be back August 14th, and hopefully my kitchen will be done. And that means the craft studio will be doing a little bit better as well. You're watching us make a very simple but beautiful card that uses a lot of Pink Fresh Studio products and uses color blocking via their ink pads, achieved two ways, done either through die cutting paper that you love, or what we wanted to do is use Pink Fresh Studio colors from their ink pads. And so we did a direct to paper technique. You can check at the top of the video if you're just joining us. So many of you, 54 of you have already hit thumbs up. Hey friends, I know you hear it so much, but there's 143 of you watching right now. What if all of you just took a second to slide that mouse up and click? Let's get that 54 to like 100 before the end of the show. It's at 54. Let's watch it go up, everybody. Let's have a click countdown. Give it a lot of thumbs up. Share this video. Again, it helps Pink Fresh Studio do more and bring you more products, which is fantastic. So click that thumbs up. I know you hate it when YouTubers say that, but I mean it with love. Do it for me. 60. Look, we're already at 60. All we have to do is get to 100, everybody. Start clicking. We're waiting for our platform to light up. As you can see, Shannon's kind of demonstrating what comes next, using those butterflies to graze up the top and a beautiful sentiment that you do on that white color block, which is great. Kelly, thanks for putting me down on the 14th. Link Crafty Cards by Cheryl. I don't know if I've seen you before. Thanks for the thumbs up. 85. Keep clicking those. That's fantastic. We're already jumping, which is awesome. And don't forget to create and connect by sharing that you're watching the show, especially if you're watching in replay. So yeah, always the pressure of, it's like a teapot waiting to click. Hey, Shannon, while we're waiting, what are some things? I see 92. 92, we're only 8 away. Thank you very much, Kelly. This is fantastic. Carol, of course. Again, I want to celebrate my fantastic leaders at Pink Fresh, and I want their business to keep thriving, which is fantastic. I know each of you do as well because you're Pink Fresh fans. Channin, what do you got coming up next? Do you got a big project coming up for anybody else, another company? What's going on with you?
Just I don't have dates yet, but there will be another stamp along. I just finished a stamp along, which was a really cool class series, or just I should say 1-day class live event with Hero Arts. And we should be doing another one of those in the near future. And I'm excited about that because it was such a fun event. And if I do a lot of lives, I actually do about 2 lives every week with Waffle Flowers. So that's another place to catch me there to check out some of my lives. I do a lot of this.
Oh my goodness. That's why you've been so easy to work with, because 2 shows a week is much more than I do. Goodness gracious. All right, friends, we're demonstrating what it looks like. We reached 102 thumbs up. Thank you so much, everybody. That's fantastic. And again, look what Channin had us do here. Those beautiful rainbows. It's almost like beams are coming from behind the butterflies. And then you add that amazing foil and the simplicity where you don't need to do a lot to the butterflies. The striping is doing a lot of the work for you, which is great. And look how Channin's card, even though she's done a full butterfly set on one card, look how beautiful just a couple or 3 or a trio is, which is great. iCard Eddie 101 says that she loves her Friday nights with Channin on IG Live.
Oh, yay.
Florence asked, did we foil it just on white cardstock? Yes. Oh. It looks like our platforms are ready. So let's go ahead.
Yes.
You know, my tip, everybody, is it's semi-wasteful. So I'm going to give my suggestion first. It works for me. We've got the foil baking there with the molded side up. But Betty taught me that just take a large piece of paper if you can, if you're not feeling confident, because what happens is you're going to die cut it anyway. Why try to line it up and give yourself extra pressure? And then keep me honest here, Channin. We're going to put that beautiful foil side down. So we're going to look at the non-pretty side. Oh, foil side
pretty
up.
Side up.
Wait,
no, other way around. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Backwards.
Yes. See, it's your brain. It trips you up a little bit. All right. So we're going to do pretty side down. And the fan is blowing it, but that's fine. All right. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to put the paper. And do you see how just the way that I'm doing it, it doesn't really matter where they're going to imprint, because I'm going to be just a teensy bit wasteful and just put my piece of paper. Channin, what is your tip? How do you like to do it?
My biggest tip is so now my thing is all ready. My timer's off. And so my hot plate is hot. My biggest tip is to detach this platform before you make your sandwich, because I find
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, so now I can make my sandwich, and that jolt of like trying to pull it away after your sandwich is all made is like the worst. So this was a big help to figure that guy out.
I thought that you had to do it in order for the timer to work, and you're telling me I don't?
Well, you do the timer first, so your timer is done. So your hot plate is ready to go. So now you can pull the platform away and stack your foil, your cardstock, your shim, and then your spacer.
Okay.
And then run it through.
Got it.
That little thing has helped me a lot.
I didn't know that. I'm not following her rules because I had already started this. So I'm going to have the jolt that she talks about, but I've got more room to jolt with. All right, let's check the time. 2 minutes, friends. We may go a little bit long, but we want to show you that it is easy to do foiling. My timer is done. Here's that jolt that we're worried about. Jolted just a little bit. We're going to run it through the Platinum 6.
But with a big piece of paper, you don't have to worry so much about that jolt.
Yeah. All right.
And I think I just made it on my...
I just think I scared Hazel Harper to death, but it's fine. We just I don't know what fell, but something fell. We'll figure it out in just a second. All right. Here's that big reveal. Are we ready? You ready to reveal, Channin?
Yeah.
Look at that. So easy.
And they're perfect.
And they're perfect. Yay. All right. We have a matching die set that we can do.
Yep.
Pull those out. Roberta says the jolt messes her up as well. I don't remember the name of it offhand, so I hope. Let's see. Gonna line this up really quick.
Yep. And I find that to get a really good die cut with this, instead of feeding it into your machine this way, do it this way. You'll have a better cut. Things will stay lined up better that way.
If you do what? Do it one more time. I wasn't watching.
Let me tape it real quick. So when you,
Okay.
so typically I would run this through my machine this way.
Okay.
But I think you get a better cut where it stays aligned better with all the butterflies if you run it through the machine this way. It's a minor thing, but sometimes that pressure from the die cut from the machine causes the die to kind of scoot, and everything can all these ones that I haven't ran through the machine can get off a little bit. Your paper can get off, and then you won't get a nice, perfectly aligned cut for your other butterflies. If you're having that problem. If you're not having that problem, don't worry about it. Oh, and I almost didn't do it the right way. There we go.
Favorite part, popping out any die cut. Makes you feel like you are an official card maker when you do your first die cut. Look at those fantastic butterflies. I've turned off my machine, bringing in Shannon's card. Now, are we popping these butterflies up with foam? What are we doing?
Yeah. So I'm going to show you my next tip in just a second. Let me get my butterflies. I'm almost there. Here we go. There's my butterflies cut. So the next thing you're going to need a piece of press and seal. I didn't tell you that beforehand, so hopefully you have some nearby. If not, then you could use tape.
Okay. I'll pin your video so people are watching really quick, you instead of me. So let's pin you really quick.
And I'll pop out some of these butterflies for me to use. They're all perfectly cut. I love that you get them all cut with one go, thanks to that big die. And I'm just going to arrange them here. Something like I have a sentiment that I foiled earlier.
Yep.
Okay, we're almost done. Just need one more butterfly, a smaller one. I don't have any smaller ones. We'll do this guy here.
And then Perfect. Here we go with mine. I'll show you guys what mine is looking like. And of course, I will do mine off camera and get it on socials for you once it's complete, but at least you see the layout and where we're going. As you all know, sometimes hosting the show and completing the project can be a little difficult. Shannon, we'll take it back to you so they can see yours. Go ahead and hold yours up if you don't. Oh, this is your press and seal moment. This is helping you.
Just using a press and seal.
This is our Ken McGuire moment here. Go ahead.
I'll just flip it over. And make a mental note, like this side is the side I need to add foam to. So right here, and that's where I'll add a little bit of craft foam to kind of support it.
Sherry, thanks for saying hi. We hope that you're having a good time too. Thanks for being such a good guest of ours. We appreciate it. Marcia says, one and cut so many butterflies. You're right. You get so many out of the way. And this, of course, is a fantastic technique that Shannon is demonstrating. It really will hold all of your time that you took. You took the time to place the butterflies in a perfect array. Why not make sure they stay just where they are, give them the dimension they need, and then it will have a fantastic color blend as well. That's awesome. I'm sorry, placement blend. Color too, I guess color too. All right. I'm going to go ahead and come back on camera and I'll bring us both up, and that way we can kind of close out the show.
All righty.
And stay on camera, my friend. You're doing fantastic.
Oh, okay.
Hey, friends, I hope that you've enjoyed the craft hour. We were a fresh 6 minutes into the show, having a good conversation, and we figured we were having such a good time, we'd invite you all. So we were 6 minutes late today. So sorry about that. I don't know what quite happened there. If you have any questions for Shannon, make sure that you put them in the chat, and I will make sure she sees them as she wraps up the card for today. Shannon, remind people where they can find you outside of Pink Fresh.
So I'm Channin Pelletier. So you can find me under that name on my IG account. I have a YouTube channel. You can find me there. It's Channin Pelletier again. It's my first name that was spelled very different. It's Channin. And
That's right.
Probably,
That's right.
if you get my first name right, you'll probably find me.
And as you can see, those slim lines changed the look of Shannon's card. The one on the right hand is the one that she did with the A2 die cut set that you can see, which is a bolder strip. And then the strip on the second one is the one that we did today, which is the slim lines, which is fantastic. Great rainbow cards. Thanks so much, says Lori. Linda Cook says, please help. I'm very technically challenged and I can't seem to get the thumbs up on my comments section. Totally fine. So when you look at the picture that you're seeing, just look down and there's a big bold word that says Craft Hour Season 5, Episode 2. And then right below that, there's a cartoon hand. Just click that and it will get you a thumbs up, which is fantastic. Today's winner of our gift card is the amazing Jeanette Donahue. Congratulations, Jeanette. You want to come back on camera, Channin? Go ahead and take your time. I'll pin myself, sure. And then we'll say goodbye to everybody. So yeah, you could use that gift card for the retirement sale that's currently going on with Pink Fresh Studio. Be sure to check out pinkfreshstudio.com and see all the items that we either use today. You could buy those, or you could get some retirement things that are on sale, which is fantastic as well. Channin, what is the weekend hold in store? More tikiing, more surviving the humidity? What do you got going on?
I think more card making. I've got a release coming, so I need to make some more cards.
That's for many people, that sounds like a good thing to me. I, on the other hand, I'm going to continue to clean up this upper floor, like the dorm students that Dan and I are right now. Hazel Harper is just thinking, why can't I go downstairs? I don't get it. And please follow along the renovation adventures that we have. We love hearing your opinions and you seeing how it's shaping up. I'm super excited. Channin, I'm going to mix metals. I'm going to do gold and stainless steel. Ooh. It looks okay. And it looks okay in our, when you look on Pinterest. So I'm hoping that I'm not making a mistake. If anybody has any tips, be sure to hit me up on Instagram at Mr. Jeff Lindbergh. My handle is here. Right there. So be sure to say hi, especially if you're new. If you chased Channin here, I would love to get to know you as well. So be sure to follow me as well. All right. Oh, Simon Hurley's here. Simon. Oh, hey, congratulations on your latest release, brother. My Little Prince of Crafting. And speaking of renovations, we need an update on what's going on with your craft studio, my friend. And Dee, remember you're still in the doghouse, so get ready to fight about that, but I can't wait to work with you. And everybody else, have a great weekend. Thanks for joining the Craft Hour. We'll see you next time with Jessica Frost Ballas, friend of both Channin and I, and we can't wait to see more of you this summer. Keep rocking the summer, everybody, and we'll see you a little bit later. Thanks for joining the Craft Hour. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye, Channin. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, Jeff. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Channin, hang tight. I don't know how to end the chat because the little thing has gone away. So don't do anything to embarrass yourself until I can turn the show off.
Okay.
We'll just keep smiling and waving like the news anchor won't ever be taken off the screen. Let me see if I can hit. Let's see. We're smiling. Don't know how to stop the stream. My friend, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end our Zoom call and I'll keep smiling, but at least we'll know that you're gone. Everyone's laughing at us. It's fine. Please check your iPhone though, my friend. I want to say hi to you before we go. Okay. So hang on to your iPhone and I'll talk to you in a minute. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.